The tree of good and evil. Can there be good without evil? Listen and learn. Masculine and feminine energy in its most balanced state is what we yearn. Divine knowledge of self is how we begin. Come, have a seat. We're about to go in. Divinity are angles of light that allow light to flow in its exalted state. Allowing light to flow. All love, no hate. God's children have life, only their true ego remains. No alter ego here, no strife, no pain. Store up treasures in heaven, divine knowledge of self, where thieves cannot come in and harness your wealth. Yes, good can exist without evil. Learn the law of Ma'at. Live by these reflections, that's where it's at. The 7 deadly sins are the root of all evil, so sad. What we see in the world today, a result of eating from the tree of bad. The reason we became fallen angels of light, indulgence in the 7 deadly sins, not right. To a lower state of consciousness we descended. Divine knowledge was hidden. We ate the fruit that was forbidden. Fallen angels are fallen angles of light, falling to the lower self. Backward they live. Only you can save yourself.
Listen to this message.
How well can you pay attention?
I gotta address the chosen females real quick, cause y'all crazy. Y'all looking at my past pictures and commenting and saying how sexy I am and all of that, and I think y'all real funny, so I just put more pictures on there. Luckily, I'm in my highest self, so I know that I'm not my body. And so, I can't really take credit for my body, you know what I'm saying? I can't take credit for genetics, you know? This is my vehicle. This is my vehicle that's giving me this experience. I never understood that. People, you know, liking somebody because of how they look. That doesn't make sense. It's just their vehicle. Their vehicle could be full of poison. Listen to the divine. I never understood that. People, you know, liking somebody because of how they look. That doesn't make sense. It's just their vehicle. Their vehicle could be full of poison.
Nasty disease and all kind of shit, and killed half the native people away.
I can use my looks in exchange for money, and I could use my charm in exchange for money. And so I took that money and made money work for itself. When I took the money,
when everything happens, it wasn't like you wasn't warned. You've been warned. That's up to you.
We are being distracted and attacked right now by entities.
Happens, there will be no excuse because you got the message, and that's why I'm here. Because if you can't read a book, if you can't do the research yourself,
it was us that fucked up. We, the head of humanity, the dark brown people, the melanated people, we fucked up, and we are the ones that have to get it right. We're waiting for someone that doesn't have melanin to teach us and tell us about ourselves. What the fuck? We are the head of humanity. We are here to heal humanity. We are here to love our enemy. We must love our enemy. How do we love our enemy? We must study and understand our enemy.
Snap, snap, instant. You can't hold your attention past 3 minutes.
Listen to this message.
Successful people in the world, your superstars or your celebrities, these people have a vision and know how to keep it. They pay attention and focus more than anybody else, and that's why they stand out from everybody else.
I'm here, some souls are here for karma. Some souls are supposed to experience the disaster. Some souls are hardened, their hearts are hardened, and they won't listen to the message because their souls are here to repay karma. And they're supposed to be here for pain and suffering. And some of us are here for not pain. We already paid our karma. Some of us are here to just really, the chosen, are here to move into safe grounds.
Insecurities within them own selves So when someone attractive likes them, they feel that they are of value because this attractive person likes them. So there's a psychological insecurity within themselves. So that you must overcome for you to actually ever receive anybody that can love you. You got to love yourself first, higher. So the universe will send you an attractive man or attractive woman that treats you like shit. And if you don't love yourself past that, because once we have someone of value in our life, or it looks like they're pretty or handsome in our life, we attach our insecurities to this person and say, wow, I must be somebody because this person is attractive and can have anything body they want, and they want me, so I feel good about myself because but the person ain't shit as a person. They just look good. And everybody desires them physically, but get a little closer and you realize this person ain't shit but the devil walking in the motherfucking flesh. And so you let this person drag you because of your own insecurities. But you want a queen or a king, but you have to overcome those insecurities. You got to be like, you know what? No. I'm sorry. You fine as hell, bitch, but you got to go. You the fucking, let somebody else deal with this shit. You got to love yourself. You have to have self-esteem and build your self-esteem up enough for you to even go to the next person that's. But you can't focus enough because you looking at tits and ass. You looking at a pretty face and the feeling of that pussy. So the first woman you could never get over. If you was focused, you'll see how she treating you and be like, yo, I'm not loving myself by even being with this person. I gotta love myself above this woman, no matter how she look, no matter if she got my child or not. I can't fuck with you, shorty, because I love myself more than this. Then you level up.
New level, new devil.
Time we get to the second, third person, we done got pregnant, had 3 babies. Yeah, that's the price. The price was that if you don't love yourself enough, you was gonna get pregnant by this dude, but you asked for it, and the universe started to give it to you, but you didn't have the attention or the focus on your dreams enough to even recognize that you was manifesting what you had asked for. Then you get stuck. So the next person come along, and because, yeah, you loved yourself after this person dragged you, it's gotta be immediately. You got to see it shit. You got to see the shit immediately. You got to get to the point where you see it immediately. As soon as this motherfucker come along, you be like, no. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't give a fuck how good the dick is. I don't give a fuck how good the pussy is. Bitch, no. I see you. You insecure about yourself. I'm good. And the bitch be fine as hell. The nigga be fine as hell. And you just be like, I'm good. Now you ready for your king. Now you ready for the queen. Now the queen can come along because you vibrated to the frequency of receiving someone of true value. And the motherfucker might not even look like you motherfucker thought they was going to look, but they're going to be beautiful from the inside out, and you're going to be like, God damn, you the most beautiful thing in the world. Why? Because something in you sees me, and something in me sees you, and I'm, God damn it. Oh. But you don't understand what I had to go through to get you.
A lot of the chosen are being attacked. And they're at a crossroads right now in your life. You're at a crossroads when you need to start making decisions.
Listen to the divine.
We can't for 1 second, sleep on the enemy and think that the enemy we're dealing with is some type of fool, because they're very clever. They're very clever. But you have to be able to sit back and assess your reality. Sit back and be able, to read the spirit of individuals. This is the reason why they separate everything religious, everything spiritual, anything that can give you some type of power. They separate it away from education.
I felt alone in this world, and I found myself in a room by myself, talking to myself. And the only thing that helped me, I swear to God, was Facebook Live. When Facebook Live came alive, I got to express all my fucking thoughts on a camera. And so here I am by myself, and I got to talk to all my friends online, and everybody. I was like, yo, I can express myself on my social media and get all of this shit out my fucking head, because I was talking to myself in a fucking room by myself all day, and everybody that came around me, I was talking to them, they was all looking at me like, what the fuck? And so this is when I just started becoming more. I was just like, yo. So this is how I became who I became. They like, yo, this nigga lost his mind. I did. I lost my mind by myself, and always at the chess park, always having conversations with the bums, because the bums understood. The bums understood me. And so I'm out there looking like a bum with the bums playing chess. Yo, and I'm only making $500 a fucking week, and I'm loving life. And so I wait. People looking at me like, yo, you going crazy. My baby mom was scared of me. She was like, yo, you need to really get stable mentally. Facebook Live, thank you. You gave me an outlet, an art. You gave me a way to fucking express myself. You do not know how happy I am for Facebook Live. I don't care about the people in the room. Not like I don't care about your personal life. I care about you as a person. But I don't give a fuck about what you think about me. I don't care if you like me or you don't like me. It's not about you. These videos has helped me get the shit out of my mind and be able to feel, I got it out, nigga. You know? I just feel like I got it out. And that's been so therapeutic for me. If you've been listening to my videos and it inspired you and helped you, good. But these videos are not about y'all. These videos are all about me getting the shit out of my fucking head. To be able to express myself with an audience. You know, I'm Mercury in 7th house. Go read about me, if you care. If you don't, that's fine. But how you feel about me, whether you like me, that's cool. If you don't like me, I don't care. If you like me, I don't care. Because I have to live my life at the end of the day, and you gotta live yours. And I just hope that my life can inspire you to live your life in a better way. And in the process of that, I've met a lot of my own demons that I had to level up from. Imbalances in my life from my own knowledge that I thought that I had. Or saying it, reflection. And I'm like, all right, cool. But I was really talking to me. This has been my own journey. Me facing my demons and me being totally honest on the camera to myself and totally vulnerable to myself. And man, it has been a journey.
Listen to this message.
Body, nice size penis, and I'm fucking, you know what I'm saying? And I'm getting money for it. Like, I wouldn't even you had to be my girl and I had to be in love with you for me to fuck you without money. Like, fucking and not having money was not my thing. Like, I gotta get money to fuck. Like, if the chick wanna fuck me, I gotta find a way to get money out of you. Like, I never could think like, oh, niggas was thinking about getting the nut. I'm thinking about how to get money out of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Money. And getting money. And I had chicks with money and chicks that knew that we had arrangements. I was gonna fuck you for money. Like, I was plan B. I was the nigga that bitches come to, and they come to Atlanta to party, and my crib was laid the fuck out. It was made for a woman to come in there and get fucked. Like, it was laid the fuck out like that. And so when you came to Atlanta, I was like the plan B, and it was like a secret society, and bitches would give me money to fuck them. I would dance for men, strip for men, jack off for men. I did all kind of crazy shit for money. You feel what I'm saying? So I let it all go. I gave it away to one of the barbers that were loyal to me. She was a barber that was loyal to me. Shout out to Lex. I gave it to her. I just gave my whole barbershop away. Like, here, this is what I want you to do. I want you to give me $2,000 a month. This is what I told her, because this would sustain me. I was like, all I want from you is, she was making 5 G's, plus as a barber, she was making mad money, because I just made it so successful there. So I was just like, yo, give me $500 a week. I was school talking. They didn't know what I did in my nightlife, but I was still a real nigga, so they talked to me and everything. And sometimes I would tell them and they wouldn't even believe me. I'd be like, yo, I'm a gigolo. They'd be like, yeah, all right, whatever, nigga. But I was like, all right. I'm a male whore. You know what I'm saying? So I was a male whore. And I was like, yo, this is what I do for a living. And they were like, yo, really? I was like, yeah. And they was like, whatever, nigga, you lying. But I had mad money driving a fancy car, coming to school with a fucking Benz, and you know what I'm saying? I was driving people's cars.
Listen to the divine. I work for the government. You know, keep saying like, oh, he's funded by the government. I am. I'm funded by the government. You know?
I work for Mama. So here's a warning to all those that are causing God's children to stumble. The warning is this: repent and turn from your ways.
A culture of death, where murder and intracultural conflict is glorified. If you got the juice, you get the respect. See, decades upon decades of this type of detrimental programming has rendered the black culture into a zealous Ouroboros, taking pride in eating its own tail.
I'm still doing my thing. Nothing can stop me. Nothing. Nothing will stop me, ever. When I have a vision, it's a wrap. I will get it. I will obsess with it until it happens.
See, blacks have become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. Blackness is bought and sold as a product. Generationally, our culture has been and continues to be formulated through the establishment media machine. And visuals of cops killing blacks is just part of the psychological traumatization, which in turn produces a black victimhood and perpetuates a state of generational victimization.
The reason why most of y'all are slaves right now is simply because of the fact that social media has designed your mind, conditioned your mind, like exercising your mind, to only pay attention for a certain amount of minutes. That's why you got Instagram, Snapchat.
On black conflict has been justified through establishment-controlled media, major motion pictures, and the music industry.
It's in another nigga pocket, or it's in another chick pocket. And in Atlanta, all the chicks got money because the government paid the government give black women jobs quicker. So I played that to my advantage also. But it's harder with the woman because the women want to get all emotional. So with the dudes, I could play the dudes because the dudes is quick. You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes is like a quick hustle for me. You know what I'm saying? And I could dominate the dude. Like, shut up, man. Fuck out of here. And they like that. The gay dudes like that, the masculine shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's me. You know what I'm saying? With the girls, it's like they get all emotional or tell you know what I mean, want to call your phone, bash your car up and all that shit. So you gotta be careful when it comes to, you know, playing mind games with a woman, because a woman, she got that sixth sense. Like, what, nigga? Let me go double check. You know what I'm saying? So I done got caught a lot of times, and so it was, you know what I'm saying? I had to slip through a lot of women because a lot of women have money and they love. I was like. The older chick that got bread, or there was young chicks that had bread, I would fuck their brains out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would go to their house and fuck their brains out. Or there was dudes that would pay me to fuck their wife. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Focus on how music alone has a spiritual power and can literally condition the spirit and the mind through sound and melody. These things aren't to be debated. This is why the music industry is so heavily utilized to socially engineer the public.
Changed the mental state of the people, the mental health of the people. They started introducing customs that were not conducive to Kemet. They were not conducive to Kemet. And one of those was pedophilia. These are the type of drawings that you see during that time. These are the type of statues that you see in Europe during that time. They introduced this to the African people, and forcefully so. They changed a lot of things. They changed a lot of things about Africa, about the customs. You will not find that on the walls of Kemet. You will not find that. In fact, they even changed the name at that point from Kemet to Egypt. Kemet, known as Het-Ka-Ptah, was then changed to Oguptus, which they couldn't pronounce. The Greeks couldn't pronounce it, so they just called it Egypt. Egypt. Okay? Because they couldn't pronounce the African words. So that's how you ended up going from Kemet to Egypt. So when you speak on Kemet, speak on Kemet with respect. Forget the word God. When God comes into play, let's define it. First and foremost, God. In Christianity, it starts off, you already know you're dealing with Christianity when you're dealing with the word God. And other monotheistic religions, the creator and the ruler of the universe and source of all moral authority, the supreme being. So off rip, we know that we're dealing with Christianity when we're dealing with the word God. It doesn't mention any other religions but Christianity at this point. In certain other religions, a superhuman being or spirit worshiped as having power over nature or human fortunes, a deity. Okay? So now, this particular being that we're speaking of has the power over nature. The problem with that is, in Kemet, there was no power over nature. Nature and power were synonymous. They were synonymous. There was no ranking where something created nature. The deities and nature were one. They were one. But then when you have the Europeans come in, they wanted to usurp themselves over nature. So this is how they created God. This is how they created God. I mean, as a matter of fact, when we look at the definition of God, it's quite simple. You can see when the word God was really starting to be used, and it was used during the time of the Germanic period. It's a Germanic deity. And the Germanics weren't around since the beginning of time, for millions and millions of years. We used the word inter. The word God did not exist. It's a man-created concept. You can see on the timeline below, it starts around 1800, goes down a little bit, you see it fluctuates. You see that? Man-made concept. So now, as you see, God comes from Gott, or the German Gott. So let's look up Gott. Let's see what Gott is. Gott, mit uns, God with us, right? Is a phrase commonly used in heraldry in Prussia. Wow. From 1701. So we didn't start using this word until 1701. And later by the German military from the period spanning the German Empire, 1871 to 1918, to the end of the Third Reich in 1945. So this didn't become a universal word until the Germanic period. And that came from out of Prussia. So let's do some more research. I'm going to teach you how to research today, so you won't be out here fooled. Let's see when Prussia came about. Prussia came about, was founded in 1525. 1525. This word didn't exist prior to this civilization getting off the ground. Huh? How convenient that this word pops up. Not even 100 years after the printing press was created. Not even 100 years after the printing press created. Here you have the people of Prussia, of what is now probably the Soviet Union or Russia, right? They created the word Gott, which then translated into the word God. Huh? The area known as Prussia was inhabited in early times by West Slavic tribes. The Slavics. The Slavics. Huh? We all know those guys. Those were the guys that was coming in Kemet, remember? Coming in Kemet trying to steal all our stuff, right? Ancestors of the modern Poles in the West and Baltic tribes closely related to Lithuanians in the East. Sometime after the 7th century, the area was invaded and settled by pagan German tribes, later known as Prussians. That would explain why God is now a Germanic term. Makes sense now. Makes sense now. Huh? So now that we have that foundation, that we have these outside entities coming into Kemet, taking the Neter and the Enteru and changing them into gods, We now have a foundation that they're coming in and they're changing things. They're changing the culture at its core. They're changing the traditions at its core. Right? When you change the traditions, you change the lifestyle of the people. You change the thinking of the people. You change the psychological health of the people. Huh? The psychological health of the people.
I don't give a good goddamn how many times the word's been translated. I don't give a good goddamn how many times it's been translated. Don't you ever let nobody take the Christ away from you.
Before we get there, I'm not going to do that one. Let's do this one. And the Lord spake unto Moses. This is an actual verse from the Bible. Numbers 31, 1 through 18. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Avenge the children of Israel and the Midianites. And they warred against the Midianites, as the Lord commanded Moses. And they slew all the males, and the children of Israel took all the women of Midian captive, and their little ones. And Moses was wroth with the officers. And Moses said unto them, Have ye saved all the women alive? Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known man by lying with him. In other words, kill every woman that wasn't a virgin. But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. Keep alive for yourselves. What? 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 Kill all the little boys. Kill all the grown men. Take the women children for yourselves. In other words, rape the little baby girls. Rape the little baby girls. Let's keep going. Not done. Just so you know it wasn't a mistake. Deuteronomy 20:10 through 14. When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, and when the Lord thy God hath delivered it into thine hands, thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword. But the woman, and the little ones, and the cattle, and all that is in the city, even all, I can't read what that says under there, but thou shalt take unto thyself. Thou shalt take unto thyself. They're telling you to take the little ones. Take the babies. You can read that for yourself in Deuteronomy. Now, who wrote this? Remember, Moses is saying this. Huh? Know how y'all feel about Moses, right? Moses is that dude. Huh? Craig, he was nice with the pen. He wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. This is the foundation of the religion. We rape babies around here. Huh? Specifically. We even have a choice to pick out of the grown ones. We say, no, kill them. We want the little babies. We want the little babies. This is the book that some people in the conscious community is even trying to teach after. They're teaching these principles. Huh? See, since our red flag is up and we actually reading the book now, because we wasn't reading the book back then, now that everybody's actually picking it up and reading it, they're going to skip over these verses. Huh? They're going to act like they ain't see these verses. Right? Right? See, pastor not going to come up on the pulpit and have that be in your bulletin for today's verse. It's not going to happen. Never. Never. Now, even worse, we have people that introduce God into Africa and try to introduce a God in Kemet. So they use God as a means to introduce these type of practices and act like it was okay. Like Kemet was the one that was corrupt. No, bro. Your religion, you running behind your Jesus is what was corrupt. You running behind your biblical text is what was corrupt. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm reading the book as is. You can pick any version you want, from King James to New International Version. You're not messing with a rookie here. any version, and it's gonna come up with the same context. They was raping babies. So when you see stuff like this going on, pedophilia, don't be alarmed, because it's in their culture. This is what they do. You understand?
Say, look, they give you this book during slavery. When the slave masters are still living by that book. Because that book came from something divine. It was divine codes in that book.
So they preyed on little boys. They preyed on whoever they wanted to, actually. And they used it under the shadow of religion. This is how they did it. They used religion. Christianity was at the forefront of this. Christianity was at the forefront of this. In the divine order, nowhere in the divine order can you see yourself participating in an act like that with a child. Nowhere. And you can't tie it and justify it with nature, because even a damn dog knows when a female dog has his pups, she protects those pups from the father. Anybody that knows about dogs, even a damn dog, will protect her puppies against the sexual energy of the divine masculine, because it knows it's out of order and it has nothing to do with nature. Even nature understands that. So trying to tie that in anywhere to consciousness is out of order. It's out of order.
Is just for like, oh, attention, or could this be a warning? Could this be a part of yourself that's trying to warn you of something? You gotta ask yourself that. You gotta say, you know, what is this man talking about? Why is he talking like this? And I want to say right now, it's gonna come a time, and it's coming soon, where the sun is going to send out a solar flame. I'm telling you, it's going to be horrific. This is a warning. If you are, and your blood is not vibrating to the frequency of this earth, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm talking about rashes coming out of nowhere. Just all of a sudden, your skin peeling off. I'm talking about you have people exploding, people, all kind of shit from the inside, your blood boiling. And I already seen it. Is that the people that are in tune with the earth are not going to be affected by it. What do you think, what the hell is this all about? This is all warning before the disaster. What do you think all this information about veganism and should you eat meat and where you get your protein, what do you think all this is about? This is all about warning you for what's coming. Out of harmony, balance is coming and must come. And if you're not vibrating, then you are part of the virus on this planet, and you are not allowed to be here, and you will die a terrible, you don't even want to see the people. It's going to be horrific. When your eyeball pops the fuck out your head, the stuff that's going to happen to you is going to be immediate, but it's going to be slow. And we're going to be watching people perish from disease from the inside out. They're not even going to know what's happening to people.
Stop being a fucking hater. Come on, man. Let's get our key out. I must have missed this. Stop being a fucking hater. Come on, man. Let's get our key out. I'll shoot. Missed this. Stop being a fucking hater. Come on, man. Let's get our key out.
here are gonna fall the fuck out. All kind of blisters, and I've already seen it. It's gonna be walking zombies. The scream, the agony, I already seen it. Why do you think we're telling you to go between the tropic of Cancer and the tropic of Capricorn and get in tune with nature? And they are steady trying to distract you. Why? Warning you, there will be no I didn't know. There will be, well, how was I supposed to know? You was warned. Don't touch your hair, don't dye it. Don't fuck with your crown. It's your crown chakra. Don't fuck with it.
Gay guys love their haircuts, nigga, and then they like me. So I had a whole bunch of gay dudes giving me like $50 a haircut. You know what I'm saying? I played the shit out of that shit. Marketed to the gay people in Atlanta because they care about their looks. And if you're gonna be a barber, you're gonna want to market to those that, this is why barbers are unsuccessful. Barbers are unsuccessful because they have no marketing skills. When you have marketing skills, whenever you're doing something in life, you have to target a certain audience because you're in the barber haircutting business. If you're going to be a barber in Atlanta and not market to gay people, you're stupid.
Not dying, but perishing right before your eyes. They're not gonna be able to die. They're gonna be tortured in front of your face. Skin just turning into like something just scratched. I seen it. Looking like a bear just scraped their fucking whole skin down. It's a rash that's gonna appear. It looks like something just screwed like a grizzly bear just claws the fucking skin all the way down. They gonna be itching. The blood, the scream. I already seen it. You will be tortured and die a terrible death. Listen to the warning. Listen. It will be, well, how was I supposed to know? You was warned. It will be, no, I didn't know.
Kids, let me tell you something. You don't want to meet me, bro. You don't want to meet me. Because if I ever saw that situation go down with the divine masculine energy doing that to our children, to our heroes, I would beat that ass worse than the policia of Costa Rica. I would beat that ass worse than the policia of Costa Rica. That's a fact. Our children is all we got, man. That's our legacy. Your goddamn ego got you running around committing pedophilia. You so damn blinded. That's not a Christ consciousness in any shape, form, or fashion. me play this again.
I take bath with my kids. I'm naked with my kids. I have sex in front of my kids. I never be ashamed of sex. My son be breastfeeding, I'll be making love to his mom. That's me, bruh. That's how I get down around kids. I try to keep their purity. I don't want to take their purity away by covering myself up. They're going to be ashamed to cover themselves up. And I'm pure at heart. So you can think in your mind, if I let another kid here, I'm going to have to change the way I am so that your kid can be comfortable around me. No, I'm going to be naked as fuck in front of your kids. My son comes up and grabs my penis. I let him grab my penis. I had sex with his mom. I'm making love to his mother. After I'm done, I'm laying there chilling. He grabbed my penis. And he's playing with my penis. I let that happen.
What's going on, YouTube folks out there, Facebook friends? My name is Adamir, and this is the Hard Black Truth. Special shout out to Sister Tubman on Facebook.
You can't explain that. You can't explain that phenomenon. That's a sickness. Don't you know when a woman is experiencing sexual hormones while she's breastfeeding? And this is for the women, the stupid women that follow behind these teachings and don't realize the science behind it. You putting hormones into a baby prematurely because whatever you're experiencing is going into your breast milk. You understand that? So when you're doing that, you're introducing your child to those hormones prematurely as an infant. Just so you know. That's not natural. That's not divine. Period. This is why you need to study the real laws that we told you. When you're dealing with Kemetic principles, you're dealing with the creators of science. You're not dealing with science, you're dealing with the creators of science. The ones that laid down the laws that actually created science. Don't ever fix your face to speak ill on Kemet, or you're going to meet that segment energy. I'm the guy for you. You got the right one. Don't ever invoke my name. I'm the right guy for you when we dealing with that. You don't want that sauce. Trust me.